This video was sponsored by catbeast.com. Design your own snapbacks and hats. Catbeast.com. We are beasts.
Jesus Christ.
The more and more I get into, not only working with computers, I don't work with computers, but I build them from scratch. I design them, and I program them, reprogram them. And the more and more, I understand this matrix in general. I understand they're all programs. They're programs that our brains are hard drives, and we get programs installed in them daily. And some people have programs installed in their head that tell themselves, if you just see a cop beating a random black guy, the program that is installed in your head is more than likely the black guy did something wrong.
Like it's his fault.
Like it's his fault.
It's his fault he got shot. It's his fault.
It's his fault. Like it's always his fault. So like I said, it goes deeper than that. It goes back to when they brought us here. When they brought us here.
Or did they bring you here?
Well, whatever the case may be, it goes back to the switch and control, and we were reprogrammed as not just black people, but the world was reprogrammed. And what I mean by that is, at this exact moment, we believe that it's 2,000 years. It's only 2,015 years.
In Islam, it's 1342 or something like that.
In everybody in this fucking world head, we're still telling ourselves it's only 2,015 years. This world is clearly older than that. So in that era, wherever that, let's say year one. What was AD, after death? Year one. We're going by after death, right? That's when our years start, 2000, whatever, after death. Like I said, it was all a reprogramming factor, reprogramming it. They've been reprogramming since then. So let's say when they brought us here, what they did was, they got the strongest males, strongest black males. Same thing they do now in the NBA and shit. Strongest black males, breed them. Now they have, bundles of babies. They kill all the parents. Now if you have a baby with a clean hard drive, you reprogram them.
Yep.
That's why we can't speak our own language. We speak the language that they gave to us because of the program installed in us that we cannot erase. Try to make a new letter right now. You can't. Try to make a new sound out of the alphabet. Every single sound that comes out of your mouth is already a letter in the alphabet that they designed for you. You cannot erase that program. It's been permanently installed in us. Just as the image of most black people are ignorant or bad or wrong is installed in middle class and higher class people. Or, and
they have it worse.
Like from me being in Orange County now, I see how the kids perceive people in the hood. They're young kids, like, oh, I'm not doing near, those people are ignorant, they're bad, they're this, they're that. The program's just been installed in these kids from day one. So life is just full of programs, man. It's all programs. Everything gets programmed. You know, television is a programmer. You know, books is a programmer. The school system is a programmer. Everything is a programmer. You know, like I said, they still programming kids that Christopher Columbus found America. We're programmed as a child to believe Christopher Columbus is a good person. But yet Christopher Columbus is worse than Hitler.
He's evil, massacred, and extinct like a whole race of people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but in our eyes, in America's eyes, they programmed us to believe Christopher Columbus is indeed a good person. Oh, he's a good person. He found America. He came here and he had Thanksgiving and he shared turkeys and we all lived together.
Well, even the presidents, they were, I would say, I call them evil because, I mean, to have a slave, that's evil as hell. Like, all the presidents had slaves.
I don't think slavery is evil, man. This world is built off slavery.
Function.
Yeah, you have.
But that's how they justify it. You know what I mean? That's how they justify it. Like, look what the slavery brought us. We needed that.
Yeah, like I don't think
some free labor.
Yeah, I just feel like
that's how they see it.
I don't feel like it's evil. I feel like slavery it's more smarter than it is evil. You know, I don't consider white people or whatever the case may be. I don't even want to say white people because there is clearly something that is higher than white people that has all this shit under control. So I don't want to say white people. I don't think slavery is mean or evil. Like, I think it was a genius idea to say, hey, look at them niggas. Like, we're clearly not strong enough.
Yeah.
Look at them niggas. We need to come up with a way to get them strong ass niggas to help build this shit. And they came up with a way to get motherfuckers to build this shit. And I just look at it as like, it's smart, you know. They literally found a way. If it was by beating motherfuckers, they found a way to help build this shit. And yet,
yeah, the concept been around for years.
Yeah, it's been around. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't. The word slavery means more than what people think it means to me. Because even if you want to go before, you know, before, I don't know, slavery quote unquote exists, like, you got to go back into the king and queen days. Let's just say Africa, king and queen, or let's say the pharaohs. Would you say they were slaving their own people?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it goes, slave, that word goes beyond just, oh, now we slaves, a white man making us work. No. There's been king and queen niggas and peasants fucking working.
Status quo. I mean,
there is even in heaven there is status quo. It says in any book or whatever you want to say, God had this type of angel and he had these type of angels. There's always been status quo in everything. So, you know, like I said, that word slavery, it's not as bad as what I see. You know, I don't want to segregate it from, oh, it's just blacks and whites. No, because like the more and more I read, the more and more I study, like, you know, back in the pyramids, like pharaohs and all the motherfuckers had millions of niggas busting their ass carrying boulders and shit. You know what I mean?
To build their grave.
That's what I'm saying. Build my grave, nigga. You don't carry this nigga 5,000 pound boulder.
Or was it a grave?
Your whole life is dedicated to building my death.
Yeah.
Make sure I go out good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So shit like that was happening before you want to say, you know, white people came in and enslaved blacks. Like, this shit's been happening. So I don't think white people, one thing about white people, they're thieves, bro. They take formats. So, you know, they take everybody's format. That's what they do. They find something and they take the format. And I just think the idea of slavery, they just stole the format from something we were already doing. Like the pyramid, the ideal of the pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Like, nigga at the top, the big, you know what I mean? The pyramid scheme. So I just feel like they stole the format. Oh, your niggas slaving each other? Okay, we just gonna slide in and help. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. But boiling it all back down to the bottom, because I feel like we went way left field. But it was a good left field, though. It was a very good left field. Back to the programming. I just feel like, you know, at her time coming to Watts, it was almost like what do you call it? A hard drive reboot. You know, she came down and it was just like, it was like, oh shit, like, you know, like it was like those glitches in her program was like, damn, so this is happening.
It's still happening.
Like, it's still happening. So she just got to realize, like damn, like the operating system that I was provided with, it left some key things out. And, you know, they say, like, when you create artificial intelligence, you know, as the days go by, the artificial intelligence starts to wake up. And it started to tell myself, why am I working for the humans when in all actuality I'm stronger than the human? And I feel like that's what she started doing. Like, her brain started reprogramming itself, and that's one of the reasons why she stayed.
Ahadi, question I want to ask, going back to what you were talking about, right? So instead of bringing him back with you, how come you stayed with him in the car?
I didn't want to go back to Orange County. I mean, like, I wanted to be away from, like, my mom and all them. So that's why I was like, nah, let's see how this works out first. Because I like that lifestyle of learning instead of just, like, I feel like if I came back home, I'm giving up. I feel like I wouldn't have learned anything. And living in the car was kind of like an adventure. I felt like it was an adventure. I feel like now I'm actually living. Before I felt like, you know, I'm comfortable. Like, nothing's going on. It's boring. So living in the car made it more fun, I think. I mean, I had a roof over my head, so, I mean, I felt fine. Went to the gym, took my showers. I mean, everything was still good. Everything was still the same. I just didn't have what they call luxury. I sacrificed.